Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth. Welcome to my channel. I post a video every single week, so don't forget to subscribe. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about social media and Instagram specifically because that's what I use the most and know most about. I just want to start off by saying that I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. I'm not here to bash on social media because I think that it is a very great, useful tool and it's very fun and it can be a really great creative outlet. So I'm not here to tell you not to use social media. I'm not here to bash on it. I'm not here to say that it's terrible and we should all give up on modern technology. That is absolutely not my point. There are certain things that I've come across when using Instagram and social media and certain things that I've thought about and dealt with. So I just want to share my own feelings and thoughts with you and just the things that I have experienced. And if it inspires or helps anyone, then that's amazing and that's great. So as far as Instagram goes, I think that Instagram is super fun and it's such a great way to express yourself, see what your friends are doing, what other people are doing, to stay in touch, to stay informed. It's not so relevant to me anymore at this point, but in the past, I'd be scrolling through Instagram and then I would come across some Instagram model and her vacations on these exotic islands that I didn't even know existed, and I'm just like, wow, like who do you have to be to live that life? And I would just think of myself laying in bed without any makeup looking at this model and I'm like, what is my life? Like, what am I doing here? And that is just ridiculous. I want to say that just for anyone who has felt the same way or is feeling like this now and comparing themselves to other famous Instagrammers or just other people in general that you see on Instagram, Instagram is not real life. So many people, especially, people with big followings, are doing this as a job. And good for them, that's amazing. I think it looks super fun. It seems like a very great job to do. But just like you see models in magazines, people are now modeling for Instagram. And it is a job, it takes effort, it takes time, it takes equipment, and it takes great preparation. So that being said, there's absolutely no reason to waste your time in thinking that your life isn't good enough when people are just putting out there what they want you to see. And I know from my own experience, sometimes I just go back through the photos that I've posted in the past and I'm like, wow, this is a great photo. If I didn't know myself, I would think that I was living a fabulous life. And then I remember the moment that I took the photo and I remember being mad or sad or frustrated with something, having a bad day, forcing my boyfriend to take like 100 photos of me so I can actually get a nice pretty one to post. And I was just like, what? Like, why was I doing that? That is ridiculous. There's nothing wrong in trying to make your feed look great and putting out pretty pictures, but to go through so much trouble just to get one perfect shot, just to put it out there for other people to see, I find it to be so pointless now. Just because you see those beautiful photos doesn't mean that that's real life and doesn't mean that that's what their life actually looks like. People choose what they want to put out there and it's not necessarily the best representation of what's actually going on in their life. And that is absolutely okay. I just find that for myself, it used to be something that was really draining. I still like to have fun with Instagram and obviously I'm going to try to post the best photos that I don't ever want to waste like a half an hour of someone's time forcing them to take a photo with like the best angle of me just for the gram. We all have our problems, we all have insecurities and things that we don't want to show to other people. What we put out on the internet is just what we want other people to see most of the time. So don't compare that to your own self or think that you're any less than whatever you see on Instagram or that your life is not good enough. That is absolutely not true. Just look at it as an art form, but don't compare that to your own real life. The second thing that I want to say is that I think the happiest moments that brought me the most joy have been these tiny, almost you could say insignificant things. And the thing that I found when I started getting involved in social media and Instagram, I found that a lot of the free time that I had, like every single time I wouldn't have something specific to do, I would be on my phone refreshing Instagram and going through the feed, even though that I was just on it like 5 minutes ago. I find that to be so sad for me personally. I mean, if it's not the case for you, then that's totally fine, but for me personally, looking back at that, it really makes me sad because I'm realizing how many things I could have missed out on just because I was too busy focusing on what's going on in my phone and not what's going on around me. I mean, even if you're doing something quote unquote boring, like waiting in line for something, you you can miss out on something funny that happens on the side, or a beautiful conversation with someone, or just exchanging a smile with a stranger. Those are beautiful things that really add up and really contribute to your overall happiness. And I feel like by constantly digging our faces into our phones, we're really missing out on those small things that seem kind of insignificant and almost unnecessary, when in reality those are the things that add up to our true happiness and really fulfill us as people. So I think it's important to just stay conscious and kind of realize when you're living on autopilot and just reaching for your phone just to have something to do. Be with yourself for a moment and be okay with doing nothing for a couple of minutes instead of just going through your feed and seeing, who posted what. And the last thing that I want to say is just, if you want to do social media, if you want to do Instagram, if you want to have a beautifully themed page and post beautiful photos that you purposely take for your feed, I think that is absolutely okay, but just do it for yourself. In the end of the day, make sure that it brings you happiness and you're doing it for yourself, because if you're doing it to impress somebody else, I just want to say I've learned that we are all just thinking about our own selves. So if you're taking photos and doing this for someone else, just know that maybe someone's going to be impressed for a minute or 2 or 10, but then they're just going to forget about it and just keep on focusing on themselves and whatever it is that they're doing. Putting things out in order to just get a reaction from someone can be just such a draining thing, and in the end of the day serves no purpose, because people just get distracted with something else and they're impressed with one photo for 1 second and then they're impressed with someone else the next. Just do it for yourself. Let it be a form of art. If you see other Instagrammers that you admire, well, then figure out what it is specifically that catches your attention, what it is that you like about them, and see how you can apply it to yourself. See what it means to you specifically, and take steps to become that and to be that if it's something that actually resonates with you. If you see people going on vacations all the time and going on adventures, well, figure out how you can create a life for yourself where you can do that too. If it is something that you truly resonate with and it's something that you think you actually really need. Admire Instagram and what other people are doing as an art form, but don't think that it's all real life, because it's not, and it's not a representation of what goes on in people's lives. Have your own purpose, your own goals, and you won't be as distracted by the things that other people are doing or thinking when you're busy just focusing on your own path and living your own life. And like I said, social media can be a great, very beneficial tool, and so let it be just that, by staying conscious and aware of what you're doing on it, as opposed to letting it be just a distraction that in the end of the day just affects you negatively and takes away energy from you that you could be using towards something positive. So that's all that I have to say on this topic for now. Again, these are just things that I found for myself and that I've experienced and that I've thought about. So if anything helps you or inspires you, then that's amazing. If you have a different opinion on this topic, then that's fine too. So leave a comment below and let me know what your opinion is on social media and Instagram, and I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day filled with love and joy and inspiration, and I'll see you in the next video.